Happy Monday, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with some daily work from home job leads for you. Now, I've gotten a little bit slower the last few weeks in posting these job leads. I haven't seen quite as many job leads that have been great. I see the same companies posting just over and over. Have y'all seen that lately? Not a lot of new companies coming on board hiring remote. I know the job field is kind of shifting a little bit. But of course, as I find job leads that I feel are decent, I feel like y'all might be looking for, I am going to continue to share. So today we have jobs that are doing things like reviewing financial documents, reviewing pay stubs, things like that. You don't have to have a degree in finance. No college degree is needed for any of these. You don't even have to have experience in finance. I do want to note I have a data entry coordinator position to share. It is through a Christian university. I normally stay far away from religion and politics. That is not what this channel is about, but do know because the job is with a Christian university, I think you do have to be faith-based to be able to work there. But links, timestamps, all additional information you may need for anything that I'm sharing is found in the YouTube description box below this video. Now, first up, we have the company Earnest. Earnest is actually acquired and owned by Navinet. Navinet is a large company. I know they hold student loans and all kinds of different things, so they are in the financial field. Earnest has an overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars, and they have 192 reviews. But Earnest is looking for remote work from home loan processor. So it looks like you are, because they are owned by Navinet, you are processing student loans, private student loans, and scholarships. And so this means you're reviewing documents like pay stubs, tax returns, IDs, confirming the client identity using different trusted data sources online, probably doing some kind of data verification. You're entering that information into the computer system to help people with the application process and to help the loan approvers with their application decisions for these private student loans. This is going to require you to contact people either by phone or email to answer questions and give status updates on their applications. So you're just helping prepare documents for all of the audits. Now, this requires no college degree. It actually doesn't even say it requires experience. It says some experience with credit applications is helpful, but not required. What is required is that you're comfortable with basic math transactions, you're comfortable reviewing financial documents, and being detail-oriented and organized. That is it. Now, you will get brownie points if you have knowledge of a fraud risk or experience working in like fast-paced, task-based environments, and you have good communication skills. Pay for this position is anywhere from $46,000 a year up to $58,000 a year. Now, next up, we have the company FirstSource Solutions hiring. They have 3,900 reviews from past and current employees. They have that overall employee satisfaction rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a QC or quality re-verification specialist. This again is kind of going to be in the finance loan department. You're basically performing re-verification activities as it relates to their audit process with agency requirements for like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, VHA, FHA, USDA, and private investors. So these are going to be like mortgage, home loans. So you are reviewing 10 files a day, trying to maintain at least a 98% quality rating. So basically, when you're reviewing these mortgage loan files, you're inputting the loan information into the QC program, into the system, and then you're preparing letters to re-verify the information used to qualify the buyers. So when you go get a mortgage, you have to provide verification documents of income, of like if you got money recently in your bank account, like your parents gave you money to pay the down payment. You have to have letters saying that was a gift, that it doesn't have to be paid back, it's not a loan. Verifications of like deposits coming into your bank account. Basically, they have to verify that you can afford the house and the mortgage long term. And so people have to get re-verified for this. So you are preparing those letters to go out to ask for these documents from people who are trying to apply or have applied for these mortgage loans. And then, of course, you're verifying and checking the information as it's received and re-enter that information into the system. Now, this only requires a high school diploma or GED, and they do want somebody who's been at least in the mortgage industry at least 1 year with strong typing skills. You've got to be able to just navigate around a computer, use different software systems like those Microsoft Office systems, and be able to multitask. Now, this one did not list pay. That will need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. Now, next up, we have the RealReal hiring. I think the RealReal has something to do with either they rent or sell like thrifted type designer clothing, like really expensive runway type clothing. They have 1,600 reviews, an overall rating of 3.0 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a quality assurance analyst. It does say that this is remote. But they're basically looking for somebody to conduct quality monitoring and auditing on their customer service agents for the RealReal or their outsourced partner sites. So you're going to be using effective and consistent documentation of all the interaction of monitoring results, kind of coming up with improvement plans, just writing down your feedback, constructing and delivering that quality performance coaching on those monitored interactions. You're identifying and monitoring basically customer service, or they call them agent behaviors, trends, and quality risk. So basically, you are listening to these phone calls or reading their emails, and you're trying to score them and grade them on the quality of their customer service. And of course, giving any feedback, tips, pointers, and coaching them as needed, kind of like a mentor. Now, they do require somebody who's had at least 2 years of experience in some kind of role supporting quality within like a customer service setting. They prefer somebody in luxury fashion, but you don't have to have fashion experience if you've done any kind of quality work in customer service. You do have to have a passion for helping develop and coaching people's skills, helping them grow. So you've got to have great listening skills, great analytical skills, but no college degree is needed for this. And pay is anywhere from $48,266.40 a year up to $62,056.80 a year. Now, next up, we have Cornerstone University hiring. This is going to be like a Christian-based university. They do have 81 reviews with an overall rating of 3.8 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a data entry coordinator. Now, please note this is remote for the United States, but you will be supporting the online academics based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. But they're basically looking for somebody to perform a data management task during the creation and launch of several of their online courses into a new online program at Cornerstone University. So you're going to accurately enter, update, and maintain data in their systems. You're cross-checking and verifying the data, making sure it's accurate, complete, consistent, making sure the academic team is aware of any errors or discrepancies. You're organizing and maintaining basically electronic records into the system, making sure that the information is categorized correctly in their project management system. So you are basically all things data and file management for them for their online academic system. Now, this only requires a high school diploma. While they prefer some college, only a high school diploma is required as long as you have great computer skills, great database skills, you've got great data entry skills, great typing skills. You can be highly organized with great attention to detail. And they are looking for somebody who can work 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So if you're outside of that time zone, convert your hours to see if that will work for you. And last but not least, we have the company Symetra hiring. Symetra has 537 reviews, an overall rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a QA specialist specifically for their stop loss claims. Now, this is remote for the United States. Basically, you're reviewing and approving high dollar claims beyond the examiner authority levels, making sure they're accurate and timely. So stop loss means that you are trying to stop losses for a company. So you don't want claims to go unpaid or the company to have to write them off and have a loss on that claim. So you're basically auditing claims to identify trends and errors, supporting training, process improvements so more claims get out correctly and more claims get paid, stopping again the losses for the company on the financial side. So you are collaborating to update training programs forms for new and existing team members. You're maintaining the reference materials, including training manuals. You're kind of just monitoring department performance, preparing reports, reviewing policyholder plan documents, amendments to contracts, making sure that everything is running smoothly, and of course, giving information where needed. Only requires a high school diploma or a GED and 3 years experience in some kind of reinsurance claim auditing type role. They want somebody who knows working terminology of like medical claims like ICD-10 codes, CPT codes, different HCFA type forms. There's like a CMS 1500 form, there's a UBO4 form. They want somebody who's analytical, great attention to detail, great communication skills. Now, this one pays anywhere from $64,200 a year up to $106,900 a year. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.